for you. We coming for you real soon. We coming for you. You stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you. We coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around, look.
Welcome to another edition of It's a Movement TV. It is your host, CHIFFON111. You guys, I just want to take the time before we get started in this week's show and thank you. I want to thank you for all the motivation and inspiration you have given me over these years. I love what I do, but most important, I love you guys too. So a special shout out goes to my IG followers at It's a Movement 111. Follow me, hit me up, DM me, get to know me before you judge me. Twitter followers, CHIFFON111, I got you too. Thank you for all you've done and all you do. And my Facebook, you already know that's a good look. CHIFFON111, all day, every day. So that was a special shout out to my supporters, my followers. I believe in you and you believe in me. So let's make it do what it do. It's a Movement TV and we are making moves. This week's show, we're going to be displaying the hottest videos, the hottest up-and-coming independent artists, because y'all already know CHIFFON111, JC Records, It's a Movement TV. Y'all already know. Independence, July 4th, we're making it a new Independence Day. And we're claiming our visions, our dreams, and our destiny. You know what I mean? Now, we're going to start it out with this episode of the mayor in Peekskill, New York. This is a young man that has made history. He is not only the second African-American black male mayor in Peekskill, he is the first to be the youngest in the early 30s to hit that position, which only shows you that y'all are kings and y'all can make it happen. So we want to send a special salute to him. Why? Because he do hip-hop. I told y'all, Peekskill, New York 10566 be the city I talk about, and it's going to be music. JC Records is geared to all genres. We got hip-hop, we got R&B, we got gospel, we got Latina, reggaeton. You name it, we got it. So investors, get ready for us. You want to be a part of this? It's $1 billion industry. Let us help you get some of that too. It's a Movement TV. Let's keep hope alive. Let's go, Mayor. Keep Peekskill popping. But most important, Peekskill, let's work together for the love of music, for unity, but most important, for following your dreams.
It's a lot of responsibility. Trying to change the world. But through it all, I never give up on my people. Woke up this morning, feeling like a Billy, taking on the world, yeah. Y'all know the dilly. I had to write this song for those that doubted. Watching me sink in that sinkhole like I wouldn't right about it. Yeah, baby, I'm bout it. Had to go for delf. I'm down to lend a helping hand in the world that wouldn't give help. Trusted a couple dudes I probably should've lost and shit. I was crossed, but it cost to be the boss. I lost a couple chicks I should've wiped up quick. Had a couple of jump offs I shouldn't have gave. It's a circle of life, what goes around comes back. Put my life on these tracks and try to live on track. Through the struggle and the pain, I still grin. Thick wifey, thick wallet, thick skin. In a world where we're lost, our destinies to win. It's hard when everything that feels right is considered sin. It's even harder when you're treated wrong because of skin. Breathe on that, just let that line sink in. You see, I'm proud of who I was, I'm proud of who I am. The system won't allow a black man to be a man, so once I'm in the system, I try to learn it and understand. It's sort of like a hustle, learn the laws of the land. The government, they get to connect and they hit the strip. Get a couple people they trust and make it legit. Talk about getting their money, getting equipped. Sell dreams to fiends and they reap the benefits. You waiting on the change because your patience is a virtue. The sad thing is everything they selling you will hurt you. The sad thing is everyone you listen to ain't speaking. The sad cause everybody out here rapping but ain't teaching. The sad thing is I ain't the only one that's trying to reach them. The sad thing is half of y'all don't even know you need this. I won't give up hope. It's like a dope fiend won't give up dope. I'm an addict for change, addicted to stopping my people's hurt. Politics, music, man, something's gotta work. How can I teach 90 million folk to understand their words? Just throwing the suit, the two greatest influences. Yeah, this is true. I gotta do what I gotta do just to get through to you. Yo, Em, I thought I told you loop the beat.
Yo, Noodle, I got you. Yo, go back in, son. It's time, go back in.
Hopefully I'm on the station you be listening to. Your biggest influence will tell you, yo, come listen to new. If not here, I hope you catch me at the podium and say he loves his entire community. Look how hard he'll go for them. Look how far he'll go for them. Music should be timeless. If you're feeling down, this package for you, just rewind it. And if you fall down, the one thing that sucks is you must rely on you to get your ass back up. You can blame this whole world for your condition, but this world can never bring you down without permission. They told us go to school, but never told us have a vision. They told us get a job, but never told us own a business. Who thought we'd make it this far? Whoever thought I'd drive in this car? Whoever thought my son would wake up to a father that is a star? None of us being just who we are. No more snoozing. Everybody winning now. No more losing. And if you put your mind to it, remember you can do it. And we'll unite the world through the politics and music.
Oh, you gotta have.
Stay woke, stay woke.
Oh, you gotta have.
And do it all, I never give up on my people.
They only talk about your problems. They never speak about your options. You're just another at the bottom. Guess they believe you cannot solve them, but I know, I tell you what I know. I've been places where hope goes. I believe it, hope it really does flow. Wherever you carry your hope, it will hold. When you need to get by, you gotta have.
Never give up on my people. I won't stop. My people. My people.
Friday is Juneteenth. 64 civil rights bans discrimination based on race, religion, and sex. Also bans job decisions because of sexual orientation and gender identity.
You're still here, and you get another chance this day to do better and be better. Another chance to become more of who you were created and what you were created to fulfill.
Everyone in the world is capable of living outside the role or beyond the roles that they place themselves in, no matter what it is. You're not just a dad, you're not just a banker, you're not just a brother or a son or a convict. It doesn't matter. Like, everyone is bigger, much bigger, infinitely bigger than the roles they place themselves in, and is capable of reaching potential greater than anything they could imagine.
You can live the life you desire. It's right there in front of you. But in order to achieve it, you must first see it, then believe it, and then you must graciously ask and train your brain to help you execute your vision.
So when you start to focus and you delete distraction from your life, and you start to get seriously invested in doing one thing staggeringly well, and you practice that one thing over and over, a term to think about is mundanity. You do one simple, seemingly insignificant thing every day around your main skill, and it's very mundane, but small daily improvements over time lead to world-class results. Well, Well, here's what happens in your brain. You start to isolate a single neurocircuit around that skill. And that starts to trigger a certain type of brain cell called an oligodendrocyte, which then releases myelin. Myelin is a fatty tissue that starts to wrap around that single neurocircuit related to that main skill you've been practicing. And when myelin starts to wrap around the brain circuit, what happens is you have accelerated learning times, you can see more quickly, heightened perception, and you'll learn more quickly. And that is really the quote-unquote secret of the great producers. It's not a result of some natural gift, but their daily practice, their relentlessness and their grit, their work ethic, and their singular focus and sacrifice. A great life is built not by revolution. A great life is built by evolution. Small and steady wins the race. What you do every day is far more important than what you do once every decade. I want you to really think about that idea. What you do every day is simply your life in miniature. And as you live every single day, so you're crafting your life. What you do over the next hours is really building your future. And if you can just get every single pocket of 24 hours right as best as we humanly can, the rest of our life is going to take care of itself. So small wins matter.
The scripture says we will eat the fruit of our words. You are planting seeds when you talk. At some point, you're going to eat that fruit. My challenge is make sure you're planting the right kind of seeds. If you want apples, you have to sow apple seeds. If you want oranges, you can't plant cactus seeds, poison ivy seeds, mushroom seeds. You're going to reap fruit from the exact seeds that you've been sowing. In other words, you can't talk negative and expect to live a positive life. You can't talk defeat and expect to have victory. You can't talk lack, not enough, can't afford it, never get ahead, and expect to have abundance. If you have a poor mouth, you're going to have a poor life. If you don't like what you're seeing, start sowing some different seeds. We may not realize it, but we're always feeding ourselves. What we watch, listen to, the people we're around, the thoughts we're dwelling on, that's feeding our inner man. If you go to lunch with people that talk bad about the boss, make fun of a coworker, put down a friend, they're feeding you gossip, feeding you jealousy, feeding you disrespect. Here's the key. Whatever you feed is going to grow. You may not like what they're feeding you. You're a nice person. But if you continue to hang around them, before long, you'll be gossiping. You'll be critical. You'll be disrespectful. Why? Because you kept feeding the wrong things. If you're always feeding negative thoughts, thinking, I'll never get well, I'll never meet the right person, you're feeding doubt, feeding mediocrity, feeding fear.
We coming for you, we coming for you real soon. We coming for you, you stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you, we coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around, look, there's no.
It's the network.
Wow, what's up everybody? Once again, it's Brand Man Sean, and this video is brought to you by BrandManNetwork.com because I signed myself. Now, I have a snippet from a very special interview with an artist by the name of Trey Little. Why is it special? Because he is blowing up on TikTok at the moment. He got on TikTok in a short period of time, probably only a few weeks. He got to about 15K. We start talking about certain things, and then when we decided to do his interview, he had another, 5,000 to 10,000 followers. And even when I'm recording this video right here, since the interview, he probably got another 15 to 20,000 followers. He is moving and he's having a dope experience. Check this interview out to learn a little bit about him and how he's approaching TikTok and get some tips from him as well. This is an episode of Inside the Network you don't want to miss. How did that come about? What made you even get on TikTok in the first place?
Okay, so the first thing that got me interested was I partnered with this organization called Positive View, and they're like a organization that travels around Michigan, and they're going to branch out eventually, but they brought me on as an artist, and we just started blasting a bunch of schools like all around Michigan, like the whole region and all that. And then when I pulled up to one of the schools, I did a show, and right after, it was like this huge group of kids came up to me. They were like middle schoolers, and they were like, "Are you on TikTok?" And I was like, "No." So I was like, I'm about to create an account just for y'all. Like, I had a Musical.ly account, but it just got buried down somewhere. And
of course.
But I created the TikTok right in front of them, and then I got like my first like 30, 50 followers because like it was like a small group of people after the show that was determined to put me up on game. So yeah, that's how I initially got in on it. And then once
that's dope. That's
it was slow there, like, but it wasn't, and it really picked up when Gary Vee started talking about it, and that's when it really I got serious about it, you know.
That's when it picked up as far as you wanting to do it more?
Yeah. And then I seen you and Corey do a couple videos about it, and I was like, man, this thing, because, you know, Lil Nas X blew up on it. Maybe that was just a one-time thing. But when Gary Vee talks about something, that's when I take it serious. So, like, he started saying, get on TikTok. And I was like, let me try this thing. And then I literally just went all in on it, man. Like, as I was still doing Instagram, YouTube, and podcast and all that, I decided to go full force on TikTok. And then literally like a couple days, I just started going viral, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, TikTok is such a new space still. People don't understand how new it is, because some people might feel like they even missed the wave, but it's not that old yet. I mean, we're talking about only a year in, really, as far as when they merged with Musical.ly. They're a year in the US, that is. All right, they existed in other markets before. Why do you feel like, no, actually, I'll ask you this. What was your experience when you first got on TikTok? Now, of course, I know you got people to follow you immediately just because of that middle school situation, but what did it feel like to you? Were you confused? Were you, did you really feel like using it a lot, or did you like Instagram better still?
So first of all, Instagram is a beast, really good. Like that's number one, you know, like for artists, I feel. But when I first got on TikTok, it was the thing you see a lot of artists do. We get on there, we post one of our videos of us rapping, and then, you know, get like 3 views or 10 views, and then you get discouraged. And that was like the thing that happened. I got on there and I posted one video, and then 3 days go by, I post another video. And it was like, man. And then I would hear oh, TikTok is for kids and for middle schoolers. And then people were kind of clowning on TikTok, you know. And at first it was like, dang, man, I posted a couple videos and nothing happened. And even back from the Musical.ly days, I had like one video on there and it just didn't do nothing, like 10 views, 20 views. And I was like, man, this isn't working for me. Like, and that's what I initially thought.
Okay. Got you. So what made you keep going after you decided, okay, yeah, Gary Vee is taking this thing seriously, so I probably need to take this thing seriously? What was your action from there and made you feel like, okay, I'm starting to figure this thing out?
So the action from there was like a combination of seeing these different things like all at once. It was like seeing other artists talk about it, seeing artists like blow up from TikTok after like Lil Nas X, even though they didn't get as big as him, and then seeing the Gary Vee, and then I seen you do something about like how you can go live and how you can monetize that. And I was like, really? And that's when like the Mr. Krabs $ went off, and I was just like, I was like, we about to get it, you know? So I'm one of the people that when I hear about something, I go all in to see what happens. So what I did was, you said something about some hashtags. So it was something about, okay, like, don't nobody really know I got this account, but these middle schoolers somewhere in Michigan. So I can post whatever I want and all I want, and don't even have to show people because once I get verified accounts following me on Instagram, I get nervous because I'm like, I don't want to post nothing. It's like, you know, it's like,
you start overthinking it. You stop producing. You start to mastermind. Yep.
And it was tough. So TikTok, I'm like, man, nobody knows me over here. And then I seen a video show up on YouTube. It was like trying to get TikTok famous in 24 hours. And then I watched that and I started binge watching them. And it was like, these young teenagers literally getting TikTok famous in like 24 hours. And some of them failed, but then some of them made it. And then some of them did a week 7-day challenge. And I was like, I'm about to try the challenge. So then I did the 24-hour challenge, and I literally just went crazy. I uploaded back to back clips.
What you do? Yeah. What is back to back? How many clips is that?
So like, man, like 6 to 7 clips a day. It was like, it was just as many as I could pop out. And then like, I seen in one video, this girl was like, oh, I just hit like 100,000 views. And I'm like, let me see, man. Cause I'm gonna try for myself before I believe anything. So then I started posting like 6 videos. One of those videos, I can't remember what was the first one, but I know one of my videos popped off and it got like 10,000 views. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then my followers literally just started booming. And I was like, whoa, out of 6 videos, 1 blew up. So every day, like I put the challenge on YouTube. I didn't blow up overnight, but then I kept doing it because the traction was like crazy, like I've never seen before. So every day I was posting like 6, 7 videos, and then it was like game over. Like I had like till today, I have like 10 videos like going viral all at one time. So my account, last time me and you talked, I was at like 15K. Now I just cracked 20K, and I know it is time to be able to do the interview. So I feel like the time was right, you know.
That's dope. And that was only like what, 3-4 days ago, maybe?
Something like that, yeah. Yep. And I was at like 15K, I think.
Yeah. And I know a couple of other people, like I had an artist where I was like, yo, man, get on, because, and he did it. And he hit probably 10K in maybe his first 5 days on there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and my thing is, a lot of artists, if you're on Instagram, this is what I try to tell people, bro. If you're on Instagram and you're still struggling, you don't have a lot of money, right? And you know, so to really pay for ads, to pay for people to post, like all that stuff, and you only have like 3,000 followers, 2,000 followers, you know what I mean? You can get so much more on TikTok than that in a short period of time. Like, why not take advantage of that and keep building? Because like you said, you got 20K and you've been seriously going at it for how long?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. And then the funny thing is, like, man, like I've invested, I looked at my breakdown, and for me, like, it's not a lot of money, but as an indie artist, I spent like maybe $1,600 on like Instagram ads, like within the time of me doing it. And then I've got shout outs from like big pages, and I've had my Instagram since like, for like 7 years, you know what I mean? And I'm only at like 6K, you know, and to some people that's a lot, but to me, once you start getting into like that higher ladder, like 6K isn't that much for people to really take you serious, you know? So like, that's kind of why I was like, man, how about me hop on TikTok and then try to get some people from TikTok over to Instagram, you know?
Way better, because it's all about getting attention. That's all it is.
Yeah. And then once those people really mean, like once they're there, those are real people. Like, and then you can do whatever you want from there, you know?
Yep. All right. So what's your advice for people who want to get into TikTok and how to really navigate the platform from your perspective? What did you learn?
Okay. So I'm gonna break it down a little bit. So one thing is to be patient. Also, a lot of people that I'm talking to, they see me on my Instagram, they shoot me messages and they're debating getting on there, and they're like spending so much time debating. And my advice is to create an account under a separate name. You can change it after 30 days. If you're scared about what people think, create an account. Don't even share it with no one. And you can literally get 5K, 10K fans, and they don't even know who you are. They don't have anything to do with nobody who knows about you right now. So like, don't overthink it. Just do it and get on there. Even if you got to create an alias, do that. Change the name later after you build a fan base, you know? And then don't get on there and be like selfish with it, because I see a lot of artists see me on there, and then I see some other artists that pop on that I know, and they're trying to get on there, check me out, listen to my music, listen to me. But it's really about just being a part of the community first. It's like there's certain trends that might not make sense. Like I got a video that's over 800,000. It's literally me. I like grabbed my wife's phone when she was sleeping. I was being silly, and I flipped it. I seen this trend. This dude was like flipping his phone over a pool. And I was like, I know I'm not going to drop this phone, but let me make it look like it. So I had my wife's phone. I was flipping it over a pot of boiling water, which sounds ridiculous. But that video blew up. And then I commented. It's like so many comments, but I was commenting back, and all those people like, oh, this dude actually respond. So then I like literally took time to watch trends to be a part of the community before I started posting. And and not just saying, go check my music out, listen to me. Because my goal and my advice is to build a community and then start putting your music out there and trying to create trends and hashtags under your music and stuff. After you can do it in the meantime while you build that, but once you have like a good 10K, a good, you know, my goal is to hit 100,000 in like a month, which is like ridiculous, but I'm eager, you know. So once I hit that 100K, I know that's a good base to build some momentum off. So number one, like, don't overthink it, just go after it. And then number two, like, don't just think that people are going to listen to your music, because people don't care. If it's like a random, because TikTok is random, man. It'll be like this dude who's like a famous YouTuber. He did a bunch of professional videos and did one where it was a voiceover of a kid saying he don't want to do his homework. And that blew up, you know, like over his professional videos. Him literally saying, I don't want to do my homework today. Why am I doing this? And then that video. So it's literally taking time to study it and then recreating stuff. Like, for example, one thing right now is, this is big for artists. There's this thing called state check. So you can go online, if you're in LA, be like, LA check. And then be like, if you're in LA, comment on this. And then that's a good way. Like, I did a Michigan check and I got tons of comments of people saying, I'm next to you. I'm 30 minutes away from you. And being a part of those little trends first before you try to do your own thing, you know. So those are a couple things.
The interruption, but I forgot this in my original recording of this video, so I'm just gonna place this snippet somewhere in the video, but this is extremely important. If you have less than 1,000 followers on Instagram, really if you have 10,000 or less followers on Instagram, but especially if you have 1,000 or less followers on Instagram, there's no reason you should be focusing heavily on Instagram. You need to be on TikTok. You can probably have more followers on TikTok than you have on Instagram in 2 to 3 weeks if you go hard and you do it right. If you use some of the tips from this video, and especially a lot of the tips inside Brand Man Network, that's it. Make sure you focus and stop wasting your time on Instagram. Now, before I get into the rest of this video, make sure you follow and reach out to Trey, because not only is what he's doing actually dope and worth watching from that standpoint, it'll be a great way for any artist to watch how other artists are leveraging the platform and figuring out how to grow. And it'll be a great process. And as a reminder, if you want to watch this full interview and get deeper to the other tips where we actually talk about certain content strategies he's using and other really practical skills and tricks that you can leverage yourself, you can check that out on brandmannetwork.com. But I want to talk about some other things that artists are facing, because he touched on a little bit on there when a lot of artists are hesitating, right? They're having troubles. And he even had that at first where he's like, yo, I want to blow up immediately. That first video feels a little awkward, feels different. TikTok is a platform that you have to learn first. There's a little barrier, right? It feels a little weird being on TikTok because it's different than Instagram. But the big thing that Trey said is try to give value and be a part of the community first. I find too many artists trying to just get out there and be like, yo, like follow me, when it really should be a 70-30. That's what I'm finding a lot of success with a lot of artists, where it's 70-30, right? You build, you get your platform, you understand how to stuff actually works, and then you can start switching it up where you post 70% of engaging content and community involvement and 30% of a little promo. Because there are artists, several artists that I'm either running a campaign with or that I know personally that are actually finding legitimate growth and translation from TikTok to Instagram and TikTok to Spotify. It's one of the most impactful and engaging platforms that's been around for a minute. I understand, once again, that it's different and you might not know how to apply it, but that's because a lot of artists are trying to be like, yo, how can I make this useful for me immediately? But what do we talk about so much? Give value, be a part of the community. Stop trying to just say, hey, promo, look at me. Figure out how to actually bring value in that community and be involved, because there's a lot of underpriced attention in that space, and we don't know how long that'll last. Here's an example of Instagram versus TikTok at the moment, right? I've started some profiles for people and just posted something. In one profile, this is like super early on with TikTok, I was just trying to figure out, how do I use this platform, right? How do I use it? And I started to push the camera record button, and it was looking at the ceiling. It wasn't looking at me, and it got the light for like 3 seconds. Right? And that was it. And I did it by mistake. Posted the video. I'm literally trying to figure out how to delete the video. I can't figure out how to delete the video at the moment. And the video just stays there. No hashtags, no captions, no nothing. And gets 500 to 600 views and like 8 likes. 8 likes. 500 to 600 views on a first post and 8 likes. Now, I can tell you right now on Instagram, all right, because that might not sound beautiful, but on Instagram, if you do that with a brand new video, no likes, no caption, no hashtags, no attention from the outside, you're going to have 0 views, 0 engagement, right? So that gives you a slight difference. 0 versus 600, that gives you a slight difference on how much Instagram is no longer in that organic phase where they're giving you organic traffic. You're doing hard work, right? You're working for yourself and you're working for Instagram at this point, where TikTok, you're working for yourself and TikTok is also helping you, right, at the moment. Because right now, their incentive is to help you out because they're trying to get more and more people on the platform, help the content grow, help it move. You have to take advantage of it now because it's not going to be the same as when you come in a more competitive landscape. And if you get a position now, once things get better, you'll be in position to receive the best, right? The rich get richer in those moments because you're in position to get richer. And those other people who are starting from ground zero, then they got to face that struggle and climb a harder mountain. It won't be hard to do. Well, I'll take that back. It won't be impossible, but it will be hard to do. Just like someone could very well, go to 1 million followers on Instagram. There are still people here and there that are growing pretty quickly on Instagram, but it's just less of the case. So please keep this in mind. Take advantage of TikTok, learn the platform, get to know it. Even if you're not on it right now or you don't see a use for it right now, if you learn it enough, if it becomes truly mature and it actually becomes something that more of the world comes to, that people on it are getting older, TikTok is trying to make it make older people get on the platform, then you'll be in a position where you can actually take advantage of all that stuff because, once again, if you wait, you'll lose. So that's it for this video right here. Once again, follow Trey Little and follow @BrandmanSean on TikTok. I'm going to start this TikTok thing. I'm going to start TikToking a lot more personally. I've been helping so many other people. I haven't got a chance to really get into it myself. Even Brandman Network on TikTok. Of course, if you want to get a TikTok campaign designed for you, then check out the link in the description below. We can help you out with that. And of course, this video is brought to you by BrandmanNetwork.com because aside myself, we help artists build their brand, their infrastructure, and grow their fan base. If you're interested in something like that, there's a link in the description for that as well. Go ahead and check it out. Other than that, if you like this video, go ahead and like button. If you like it, you might as well share it. And if you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. I go fast, too fast. What? Yeah, more gas. Yeah, I dash, high speed, no crash. Yeah, I'm back, no backlash. Yeah, ain't no turning back. Yeah, I know that I cannot lose. Yeah, got on my side, give me boost. I know my team got some juice. Yeah, I got up on my team. Yeah, I still be catching my dreams. Holy water in the stream. Yeah, I still be catching my dreams. Yeah, only got a minute, gotta get it. I got zero time for you to talk trash. I can get it, I've been living. I've been thinking about the things that could last. Yeah, and I'm back. I said let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yo, let's go. Yo, throw it back like it's retro. Like a new, no, like a, yeah. I go fast, too fast. Yeah, more gas. Yeah, I dash, high speed, no crash. Yeah, I'm back. No backlash. Yeah, ain't no turning back. I cannot stop what they be. I just be leading the fleet. I go hard, catching dreams. I get the ripped jeans. I know they talking to me. Got on my king, got on my king. ice is nice, yeah. Holy ice, ice be nice, yeah. I did ice, run my price, yeah. Holy ice too nice, yeah. All that ice, I got ice. Hear my glory rise, yeah. Ice, I got my ice, back on the nice, yeah. I got that ice, I got, I got ice, run my price. Holy ice suffice, holy ice to right. I got ice on swag, ice bring it back, ice run it back. Got my back, hey, ice, run it all the price, run my nice, I can't stop, I like flat like kite, and my G, hard the back, I run that yo, run my ice on nice, ice.
We coming for you real soon. We coming for you. You stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around, look, there's no.
Those days that you don't want to do anything, where you're too tired, too sore, you just don't feel like it, those days, those are the days that count. When you have those feelings, it's even more important to step up and get some. If you've got something to do, don't put it off till tomorrow. Don't do that. Don't voluntarily do anything tomorrow that you should be getting done today. Get it done today. Don't wait. Attack it, destroy it, and move on.
Stop waiting for something to move you and move yourself. You're your biggest problem. Everything is external that moves you. Now I want you to start moving yourself internally. I want you to be able to push your buttons and not let anything else push your buttons. You gotta move you every single day. If you get to a point in your day and you down and out, if you get to a point in your day and you exhausted, you get to a point in your day and you're not feeling it, you can stop right there and change the mood. Nobody control your mood. You control your mood. You control your feelings.
I don't care how small it is. I don't care how minuscule the movement is, but make movement. Move forward and do that every single day, no matter what, including today. You aren't getting any closer to your 5-year plan or your 3-year plan or your 7-year plan or any plan that you've got unless you get up and start getting after it today.
I woke up one day and stopped making excuses. I woke up one day and stopped playing the blame game. I woke up one day and looked at the man in the mirror and was like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Wake up, it's showtime, let's go, get up. Go to class, get up, do your homework, work on your gift. It was given to you, but you gotta hone it. And the reason why some of you are not where you're supposed to be, you've given yourself an option. You've given yourself an out. You've given yourself an excuse, but you have what it takes to do it. And the problem with some of you in this room, you don't have no drive. You ain't got nothing pushing you. You have no reason. You better find one before you get out of here today. You don't belong at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up and get to where you're supposed to be. You are royal priesthood. Get where you belong. Do what you're supposed to do. Live like you're supposed to live.
Why they always coming at ya? Yeah, but trust me, none of that should matter. Let's live for now, don't worry what happens after. Let's live for now, got me feeling like a pastor. Holy water, drowning in your holy water. Holy water, got me drowning in your holy water. Holy water, drowning in your holy water. Holy water, got me drowning in your holy water. Yeah, don't worry what happens after. Let's live for now, got me feeling like a pastor. holy water, drowning in your holy water, holy water, got me drowning in your holy water. Yeah, she fine, one of a kind. Lord, I'm tripping like I've been bored on a flight. In the sky, if you're looking, I'm in the sky. She's so different, got me all phony and shy. Yeah, I'm falling, ignoring what my nigga told me. Yeah, dodging a warning, cause I know this the shot of your woman. Give me a sign, please Lord, give me a sign. If this is how things supposed to be, then I cannot deny. Your text, yes I reply, I'm sending emoji fire. Your shawty, she more than life, let me raise you, I'm more the guy. You raise me, it's only right. Your hand, I'ma hold it tight. I know you love in this vibe. This song you gon' play tonight. Yeah, why they always coming at ya? Yeah, but trust me, none of that should matter. Let's live for now, don't worry what happens after. Let's live for now, got me feeling like a pastor. Holy water, drowning in your holy water. Holy water, got me drowning in your holy water. Holy water, drowning in your holy water. Holy water, got me drowning in your holy water. Yeah, don't worry what happens after. Let's live for now, got me feeling like a pastor. Holy water, drowning in your holy water. Holy water, got me drowning in your holy water. Everything, be my everything. I'll be your king, let me be the king, yeah. I'll treat you right, even through the storm, yeah. Rainy nights, I'm gon' keep you warm, yeah. I'll give advice when you feeling lost, yeah. Kobe Bryant, I'm gon' shoot my shot, yeah. Switch, that's the shit I'm on, yeah. Praise, be my holy garment, ayy. Yeah, I'm at your spot right now, wanna put you on top right now. Yeah, I'm feeling hot right now, feeling really honey right now. Wanna take it off right now, then I put it down right now. Please don't make a sound right now, we don't want no neighbor right now, oh yeah. Holy water with the waves, holy water, I'm amazed. Holy water, I say grace. Holy water with the waves, holy water, I'm amazed. Holy water, I say grace. I say grace. And holy water, I say grace. Holy water, I say grace. Yeah.
Pow! What's up, everybody? Once again, it's Brand Man Sean, and I got another snippet from my conversation with TJ Chapman. Now, who is TJ Chapman? He's B.O.B's manager, Tribeca's manager, guy super experienced. You gotta listen to this guy and his wisdom. In this video right here is something that is really a lot deeper than a lot of artists realize. And I swear, if you reprogram this about how you think about your marketing as an artist, you will find far more success, because this one thing, honestly, has the power to end an artist's career before they ever have a real shot.
And it's funny to me how many artists feel like advertising is cheating. They want to be organic, and advertising isn't organic. Well, you know how crazy y'all sound, man. You think Apple says that when they drop a new damn iPhone? Yeah. Huh? Every brand. You think Atlantic says that with Cardi B? No, they put millions of dollars into the marketing to make sure they putting it in front of everybody.
Yep.
You know, but you have to put it in front of people so they can see it in the first place to make that decision whether or not they want to listen.
Yep.
And it just trips me out how they feel like it's cheating or it's not right. And man, that is business 101. At the end of the day, you have to figure out with your music how you going. First off, you got to find a place for it to live. Mm-hmm. Number two, you got to figure out how you're going to give it life. And I can't tell you none of that for sure. I'm going to shoot at all these methods to try to find the right one. And if all of them work or whatever, that's the more the merrier. But I'm not limiting my odds, you know, in breaking this record. I'm going to try to expose it every way possible. I'm going to use all the methods that I told you to make sure I expose it to people till I find something to catch, and this record actually gets life.
Yeah, it's weird that in the marketplace today there's this big pushback or desire to be organic, as if it makes things pure, right? And I don't, and organic and marketing don't necessarily go hand in hand. Like, because at the beginning it has to be artificial. I don't care if you didn't pay any money, but I asked you. The fact I asked you to listen to my song personally is me putting in some artificial effort to get you to listen. Like, you want to start or spark some organic. That's what you want your artificial marketing to do, but you got to get like that ball rolling. And like, there's so many people that are like, I'll do a video about an artist on the channel, for example, and someone might be like, oh man, this is fake, or their industry plan, or they paid, or they had money. And it's like, you're talking about them for the methods they use, but they're where you want to get. Like, so try to use those methods as opposed to, like, I don't understand that. But they're killing themselves up for sure. All right, so you might have heard the point, you might get the point, but I have to expand on this conversation because honestly, I don't think artists understand the gravity of what this is rooted in. First and foremost, you have to consider that it's been marketed to artists for years, this whole idea of the starving artist. That used to be a real thing that signified purity. Artists actually took pride in being a starving artist. But do you know why artists were starving? Because the record labels were taking their money. Somebody was making money off of the artists. And then the other artists are just being sold the dream, so you have to struggle and hustle to even get in a position to get your money taken. That's been pushed and pushed on artists for a long time now, and there's still some remnants of that stuff left over, to the point where you have this weird classism in artistry where artists try to downgrade and discredit people who aren't moving with a starving artist mentality of, this just happens for me. It was super organic. I didn't use a business mind and infrastructure and way of going about things to boost my career. So even though you might not have that in all aspects, there might be small subjects where you're thinking about it that way. Because at the end of the day, when you're complaining about these other people, it does nothing but make you sound like a loser. And why do I say it like that? Because I think that's the only way to drive through the point that y'all are playing the same game, so to speak. Really, you're playing your own game, but everybody is playing this music game in the artist space, right? Well, if that's true, just like any video game, there's people who have strengths and weaknesses, right? You might have 100 on power, but 50 on speed and something else on agility. Then you might have certain weapons. It's the same thing. Everybody has different advantages. You might have more time to spend or waste. There's certain things that people have and there's certain things other people don't. At the end of the day, there's the things you have and the things that you don't have. But when you work through those certain levels of the game, you're either losing or you're winning at various parts of the game. You get to the big boss and hey, they have all these different powers that you don't have, and you either beat them or you lose. You have to make the most out of what you have, because you wouldn't be complaining if you had the money. If you had a rich dad, or if you had a big investor, or if you had some of these other situations, you're not going to be saying, hey, yeah, I got $1 million in the bank, but I'm not going to use it so I can keep it real. That's stupid. First of all, like, money does not guarantee success in the game. Connections do not even guarantee success in the game. So you're really playing yourself if you allow yourself to continue having that narrative out there. You're just allowing that to exist because it makes you feel better. Since I don't have that, then I can't get this. That's the only reason. They have that and I don't. But again, the truth is, that's not the only differentiator. It isn't, because there's so many rich parents.
Chiffon, street laws, grant money. Let's get it. Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Prejudice profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood, so what's? Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Prejudice profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood, so what's good? I'm getting tired of the games. You see what I stand for, and you know that I'm not the same. And it's a shame what I see my kids go through, and I see justice don't always fulfill for you. Now even if you're an innocent man, they'll try to take your heart apart from the start the best they can. They want you bowing down, saying thank you much, man. But I'ma tell you right now, Chiffon got a better plan. Just take the night for example, and get it clear. Yo, why don't you try to back your head? Yo, is it 'cause you rolling deep? They got that fear over there, and I think that's sweet, yeah. Now I ain't prejudiced, you wanna know my profile. I'm the leader of the new generation, so I'm going for wild. And as for my kids, you see I don't play, so just move up out my way, dedicated to the 3A. Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Racial profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood, so what's good? Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Racial profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood, so what's good?
Entourage it up, so tell me what is this? Racial profile, about to handle business. I'm doing the sweet, something like a tele. Raise the roof, fire like a pilot. No hot girl, hot boy, keep quiet. Don't you, them bullets be flying. Entourage it up, so tell me what is this? Racial profile, about to handle business. I'm doing the sweet, something like a tele. Raise the roof, fire like a pilot. No hot girl, hot boy, keep quiet. Don't you, them bullets be flying. Entourage it up, so tell me what is this? Racial profile, about to handle business. I'm doing the sweet, something like a tele. Raise the roof, fire like a pilot. No hot girl, hot boy, keep quiet. Don't you, them bullets be flying.
Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Racial profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood, so what's good? Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Racial profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood, so what's good? Racial profiling, now you buck wildin', I can't take no more, I told you this before. If I had one wish, grant money on the beat, but why you gotta be a brother dead in the street? Yeah, just because he tried to show his style is unique, only to get shut down by the words that he speak. Why you be hating, you discriminating, decrease the population with your ways of segregation. We stand strong for what we believe, so why you mad? Cause you know anything we achieve. Can't walk through the block without getting stopped, and you wonder why so many guns are going pop. Respect me and I got you on the real, but disrespect me if you know what the deal. See, don't make me get that in a beast. Get it, man? Here's the plan, understand, no justice, no peace. Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Prejudice profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood, so what's good? Tell me now, yo, listen, what is this? Prejudice profiling, I'm about to handle business. It's not just happening down in the hood, it's happening right here in my hood, so what's good?
Hey, Fad, you better get that number. On blood, you will.
Now this some blood ass nigga.
I bet you don't get a number. I bet you don't get a number. I bet you don't get a number. I see. Fucking 20.
Dirty, my fingers is dirty.
What's up, cuz? Blood. Hey, you fuck with the motherfucker. Hey, blood. Hey, what's going on over here, man? Hey, look, we got a better way, man. Let's go in the club. Check it out. What's up, B-Double-O? What up? What's up, boo? Come on in.
Yeah. Sneak on the beats. Yeah. Sneak on the beats. This what y'all been waiting on, man. Sneak on the beats. This what the whole world been asking me, man. Killer beat. You know what I'm saying? Boo. I told y'all I got y'all, man.
You watching a Big Mike
y'all know what it is, man. Yeah. Man, I'm drunk as a skunk, got a blunt of that funk, and I'm high as the sun. Whoa. I be punking these punks, got the pump in the trunk, and I ride with a gun. So, you better have ride when I come. If I come, you ain't hiding, I'm holding the strap. I'ma shoot like a free throw and like a burrito, you know it's a wrap. Put a hole in his back, ain't no holding me back, cause I'm back on the block. Got some crack in my sock and I'm strapped with the Glock. Clap at the cops if they happen to stop. Pop up out of nowhere like Jack in the Box. Leave you as flat as the back of a watch. The king of the jungle, Mustafa, who shot you? I know you remember what happened to Pop. Timberland boots in a pull off. Police, they want me to pull off. I go to jail if I pull off. Why in the hell would I pull off? Timberland boots in a pull off. Police, they want me to pull off. I go to jail if I pull off. Why in the hell would I pull off? Convicted felon with a list of weapons. A razor blade and K consist of weapons. AK nades, a Gauge, Smith & Wesson. I spray and break your face in different sections. I'm from the jungle where them killers at. You don't wanna rumble with a silverback. If I smack you with this silverback, I'ma crack your shit until your shit is cracked. I'ma snort a line, I'ma hit this crack. I pop a pill, then I light a squirt. They don't like a nigga like a cur. When I fight a nigga, I ain't fighting fur. I creep up on you with this AR. Shots fired, man down. I was stressed out when I stepped out. Left them stressed out on the damn ground. This nigga is a damn clown. Might as well toss him in the circus. No squares all up in my circle. I smoke squares while I'm sipping purple. And sneakers a renegade. You niggas is soft and you sweeter than lemonade. And when I get hungry, the streets is my dinner plate. Moving keys on the interstate. I got a sock with 100 grams, but I gotta stack up 100 grand. Yeah, the prices are high, but they like to get high. It's a drought, I'ma tax them like Uncle Sam. Timberland boots in a pull off. Police, they want me to pull off. I go to jail if I pull off. Why in the hell would I pull off? Timberland boots in a pull off. Police, they want me to pull off. I go to jail if I pull off. Why in the hell would I pull off? Rolling hard in a stolen car. No license with some bad plates. When I got stopped, I did not stop. I was driving like I never had brakes. I'ma shake them like a fast break. I move left, then I'm moving right. I was rolling like a nigga shooting dice. When the stop signs running through the light. When I stop trying, I'ma lose my life. Glock 9 when I cruise at night. When I pop mine, I'ma shoot him twice. I spit hot lines, but I'm cool as ice. Hard cold with a dark soul, but I'm official like a barcode. If you a snitch, you get your jaw broke, nigga. You a bitch and you a poor hoe. My nose where the toy go. Spoon whipping, snort a pound or two. I go with that boy, I go with that girl. When I whip it, people call it child abuse. No peace for the police. Ain't like them then, I don't like them now. Put your hands up, tell them don't shoot. You a black man, they gon' strike you down. Damn, I could've been Michael Brown. Police killing niggas every day, and they killing niggas just for trying to run. Look at Walter Scott, look at Freddie Gray. In the system, gotta be blind. Eyes open, but they can't see. They'll kill you just for selling cigarettes. I might as well smoke since I can't breathe. Timberland boots in a pull off. Police, they want me to pull off. I go to jail if I pull off. Why in the hell would I pull off? Timberland boots in a pull off. Police, they want me to pull off. I go to jail if I pull off. Why in the hell would I pull off? Pull off. Hey, what's up, y'all? Say more rice. Pull off. Trayvon Lowe. What? You know what I'm saying? Freddie Gray. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought we was gonna stop my homeboy in Pennsylvania? You know what I'm saying? Minnesota, like Chicago. Man, we ain't got no plates. Los Angeles, spare tags. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one head, like, you know what I'm saying? Just keep killing us, man. You know I'm riding dirty. You trying to blame it on us like it's our fault, bro. Like, we got the right to go home. One thing with me, you know what I'm saying? I got everybody full of country, man. Probation, parole violation. You know what I'm saying? Felony warrants. Man, like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? There's no way I'm fooling over, man. Like, for real, bro. Like, I ain't going to jail, man. I know it's a whole bunch of people that feel like me, man. A whole bunch of people feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I pull over, it's a possibility. It might kill me. You know what I'm saying? I might not even go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, obligation killing niggas for no reason, bro. Like, to my mom, you know what I'm saying? Real.
We coming for you, we coming for you real soon. We coming for you, you stink so bad I smell your doom. We coming for you, we coming for you real soon. You tried to lay us down, turn around, look, there's no